Record.
All right, look. So what is this?
Your ID.
My ID, right?
I got one.
All right. Who else has an ID? Who else has an ID?
You need to get your ID.
Okay. Yeah, school ID. Tell me, what are some of the things that are on your ID? What kind of information?
Your sex.
Height, sex. What else?
Your name.
My weight.
Your social security number.
My social security number.
The race.
My race.
Your
I
address.
just said race. You said
My
Your address.
my address is on here. What else is on here?
Your picture.
What else?
Identity.
Your identity,
Your
right?
age.
My age, right? So on your ID, right? Your ID helps. It's called identification, right? It helps other people recognize who you are, right? But our ID only shows us a snapshot of who we are. It doesn't say everything about us, right? It doesn't tell us who we are when no one else is around. It doesn't tell us who we are when everybody is around. It only gives you a snapshot of who you are. But people will see this and they recognize you, and what do? They identify you. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, our identity is important, especially as young black men. Our identity is important, and it is very, very imperative. Imperative means important for you to know who you are, right? How many people have ever been around somebody who don't know who they are, right? You've been around, and it's crazy, right? Because sometimes our identity, right, can be fake. Anybody ever saw anybody with a fake ID?
I got one.
Got a fake ID? Okay. You seen people with fake IDs, right? A fake ID is when you try to take on somebody else's identity, right? So you may see somebody with your picture, but it'd be like you're 40 years old and you're only 12, right? You live in
Shamrock Garden.
no, that would be true. You live in like Indiana and you live in Atlanta, right? It's a fake ID.
Look though.
What?
You could look, just say I can get your identification. I can get your picture and I can be living in Shamrock. You live in Shamrock too, and I can still say that it's you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so you can steal. And so what is that called?
Identity theft.
Identity theft, right? So sometimes our identity is stolen from us, right? So, example, I just had my identity stolen. I'm a victim of identity theft. Somebody took my wallet. They didn't rob me. I think it fell out or I left it somewhere and somebody grabbed it. So they took my
Use your credit card.
They didn't use my card, but they did take my ID and they took my social and they ran their taxes and they tried to get money. So then what I had to do is I had to go call the IRS, call credit bureau. I had to do all these things to try to get my identity back, right? So I had to get a new ID. I had to get a new social security card. I had to call a lot of people. Why? Because my identity is important. Say your identity is important.
Your identity is important.
Who you are is important. Who you are in front of people, who you are when you're not in front of people, who you are to yourself, and who you are to other people is important. And so what I want us to recognize is that part of our identity, Jesus, who is the Son of God, who we've been talking about the whole year, has something to say about our identity. All right? And something that we're going to do, Derek, Baby D, he's going to read to us something in John chapter 13, verses 34 through 35 that has something to do with our identity. So, D, can you stand up and read to the people?
I got one too, real talk. When they send your ID, they say, dang, this one ugly man, I bet you. It's a little joke in for the camera.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Alright, go do it.
Alright. A new commandment I give to you.
Commandment.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That you love one another. As I loved you, that you also love one another. Okay? Alright, next one. Alright. By this all will know that you are my disciples. Alright. If you have love for one another. Alright.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, so it said a new commandment. Listen up. A new commandment I give you, right? A new law, a new way of thinking, a new way of saying who you are is that you love one another, right? And it says that you will know They will know that you are a part of me. You are my disciple. You are my homeboys. You are riding with me. You are about that life when it comes to me. Is that you love one another. So what I want us to talk about, I want you to know that Jesus says your identity is rooted in love. Okay? Now, how many people think that people can see or people think about us and think love? Okay, a few of us, not everybody, right? It's not common for society to share with us that our identity has something or rooted, is grounded in, lives in love. Well, I can tell you some things that society will say your identity is rooted in. It's rooted in how many girls you get. It's rooted in how much money you have. It's rooted in how successful, if you can play the best sports.
Oh, yeah.
It also, in a negative way, it's rooted in whether or not you go to jail, whether or not you get locked up, whether you get hurt, whether you sell drugs, whether you steal, hurt people, beat up people. If you wear these type of Jordans, what kind of, well, this ain't about pointing at nobody, right? It's about showing that there are different ways that people identify us. But if we are with Jesus, if we are disciples, that means followers of Christ, that means that our identity should be rooted in what?
Good.
No.
God.
I just said this. If we are rooted in Jesus, if that means we are part of Jesus' homies, we're his disciples, it says that our identity should be rooted in what?
Disciples.
No.
Jesus.
No. I just said this. Start with that.
Lord.
Love. All right? It says that our identity should be rooted in love. And how would people know that we are down with Jesus or that we're his disciples or we're followers of him? How would they know? Baby D read it. It says they will know that you are with me by the what?
Commitment.
No, the what?
The love.
That you do what?
The way.
Love.
To another, that you show
That
to
you-
another person.
Thank you. They will know. Oh, Jay. They will know that you are down with me by the love that you share with one another. Right? So that means we now got to talk about, well, how do we love one another? How do we love other people? Now, one of the things that I was thinking about was a lot of times we're young men, right? So we're in relationships with girls and we want to get with girls and we want to do a whole lot of things with girls, correct? Yes and no. We don't want to do a whole lot of things with girls. Hey, chill out. No, you ain't being serious right now. Right? And this is a serious matter because people will mistake you for a clown, a hoodlum. They'll mistake you for a gang. They'll mistake you for a whole lot of things. But if you're not rooted in love, if you're not loving other people, then they'll see you as that instead of thinking you as smart, intelligent, a bright young person, a person who's going to change the world. But all that's going to be affected by the love that we share for one another. Now, going back to girls, right? We think girls are cute, right?
Yeah.
We think girls are fine, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to, sometimes we want to do a little something things with these girls, right? Right. We want them to do some things to us, correct? If we was to be honest, right? Yeah, we want that, but however, those notions, if it's not in a pure sense, is in love. In fact, it's actually lust, right? And Jesus says, you'll know that you're down for me by the love that you share for one another. If you're not willing to show love and value these young women and value their models, value their values, right? If all you're trying to do is get with them to take advantage of them, to try to get your little rocks off and to make you feel okay, right? If that's all you're about, then you're not down for them. You're not loving them, which means that you're not part of me. If you want to be down with me, you got to show them love. That means you got to respect them. You got to care about them. The same goes for our family members, right? How would you feel if the only time that people were trying to get close to you was because they wanted something from you? They didn't care nothing about you, right? All they wanted to do was take your stuff. They wanted to ruin your stuff. They want to eat your food. They want to take your games. They don't care nothing about you as a person. They care about what you have. How would that make you feel?
Sad.
Right.
Useful.
Mad.
I don't like my family.
Right. Useless, right? Kanye West got a new song called Real Friends. I don't know if you heard it. And in the song, he talks about sometimes who are your real friends because some people only want to take advantage of you. right? That's not showing love, right?
No, it's not.
Right. But we're called, we are challenged, we are asked, invited to love other people, right? We all said that we know people who's not living who they say they are, right? They got a fake ID. They act one way and they act another way, but they're not consistent, right? What if you had the opportunity and when people saw your ID card, they saw, oh man, Jeff, yo, he know Jesus. Why? Because every time I'm around Jeff, I feel nothing but love. Mari, oh, he know Jesus. You know why? Because every time I see Mari, his attitude, his posture, his behavior show nothing but love, and I can see Jesus. I can feel Jesus. Every time I saw JC, yo, I know JC know Jesus. Why? Because, not because of his skin color, but because ain't nothing but love and positivity, and I see Jesus. We want our identity, if we're going to say we're disciples, if we're going to say we rocking with him, that we have to show love to one another. Why? Because it says in John, in our Bible, that they, who's they? The world, everybody will know that we are part of Jesus or his disciples by the what?
Love.
That we what?
Show for others.
Show for other people. So my question to you, not only God's people, but to everybody, the people that you don't like, the people that you do like. So my question to you is, think about this. What is on your ID? When people see not your literal ID, not literally your ID. When people look at you, how do they identify you? Do they identify you as a person who's loving?
Yeah.
Or do they identify you as a person who's hateful or disrespectful? Are they identifying you and say, hey, Mark, I see Jesus when I see you? Or do they say, yo, Mark, he's full of it? You know what I mean? And if they don't see love, and if they don't see Jesus, then do you want them to see him? And if so, that means choosing to follow him and to show love to who?
Jesus. Every the world. Jesus in the world.
And because they will know what?
Lord.
They will know, no, they'll know that you're with who?
Jesus.
By the what?
Lord.
That you what?
Show for order. The world.
That you display.
They will know that you are part of my disciple. They'll know that you're with me by the love that you share for one another. All right, let's pray. Daddy, I thank you that you have challenged us on our identity, that you've shown us that our identity is not hidden in what the world says or how many girls we get or how much money we get or any of those other things. But our identity is rooted, is found in the love that we share with one another. I pray that through this week that we would show love to everybody we come in contact with. We love you, praise you, and honor you. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
When I'm sipping on, cause I'm feeling like I got the juice. Hey baby, excuse me, I'm too wavy, but I keep it coming, I will be done, but don't let me get to